Kept you waiting, huh?
It's amazing, isn't it, really, what you can do when you got a little tape?
Swamp Donkey Radio, Swamp Donkey Radio.
Ladies and gentlemen, cats and dogs, kings and queens, guardians of the web, and all the rest of you also owned by Disney. Welcome! Welcome to another episode of Swamp Donkey Radio. Crowd goes wild, and by crowd I mean our one listener. Hi, Dad.
That's Ildi.
Yeah, by the way, I'm Ildi. Some of you might remember my voice as one of the
Creator Spotlight.
Yes, I am now your co-host. Yay me!
Yeah.
Woo! For those of you who don't remember, check out that episode. Yes.
And I haven't been replaced. My name is Jan-Hen. I'm still here.
Yes, Jan-Hen's still here. Yay for Jan-Hen. Well, he's mostly here because we have to use his house. But
Yeah, that's the only reason. Like, South Africa, you can't get microphones. We all just scream at each other. Like, I'm the only person who has a microphone
Like
in
in
this
the
country.
world.
Yes.
Yeah, but also, it's not just us today. We are joined by the magnificent, the fantastic, the lusciously, deliciously sexy Gugu. I forgot your surname.
It's Madlabane.
That.
Do you want?
So Gugu it is. Welcome, Gugu.
Hi. Hello.
Hi.
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
I am Gugu. I are here to eat your fries and say things that are going to be on the interwebs.
Yes, Gugu.
Hello, Ma.
Hello, Paul. Hello, Frikkie.
Hello, Frankie.
Now, Gugu, for the people who don't know who you are, like, I know you're, like, relatively very well known in Pretoria. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
So, okay, I do like a whole bunch of things. I'm also a radio DJ that is on the interwebs for the Grind Radio.
Yes. We must
I'm
give you your
also-
Twitter handles and stuff.
Yes,
and we'll put
all
it
of
up.
my Twitter handles are going to be on the screen.
Look at it now.
Ironically, it's the same for Instagram and Twitter.
Wow.
Yay!
That's lucky. That's actually a lucky thing to have.
It was, yeah, like,
Memorable
it was
as well.
literally, when I was starting my Twitter, I had to, like, use 5,000 different options before I found the one that works, so. Yeah, radio DJ, I also do quiz nights, too, at Antlas.
All right, with 3 quizmasters here. Yay for
Yes.
us.
As of
That's
recording.
like the beginning of a joke. 3 quizmasters sit on a couch and make a podcast.
But the joke is that we are sitting here making a podcast.
Before we recorded like any new episodes, I wasn't a quizmaster before, and then you got me the job at Quiz Nights SA.
Yeah,
as well.
like when we did my interview, you had just started training, wasn't it?
No,
or you just
not even.
decided that you were going to.
Not even. You asked me like
nice.
after the interview.
Oh, right.
Yes.
Right.
You asked me after the interview with Boss de Beer as well.
Oh, yes, of course, because, you know, this man has talent, and I was going to fucking hound him until he said yes.
Yeah.
As I do with all people I love. I just hound them until they say yes.
And then Boss de Beer said no, and then you asked me.
I only just met Boss, okay?
But yeah,
But anywho,
you've probably seen the title of this episode. By the way, this is, just to remind the people that this is a South African podcast, hence why we all have weird accents.
Yeah.
I don't have an accent.
Don't have any.
I don't know what you're talking about.
No, guys, I really don't have an accent.
I just really like Andy Serkis's character in the Marvel movies, and I decided that is my accent. As soon as I get back to Joburg,
Then I'm going to go to Hershey's store where they have a special on toasters. No, fridges.
No.
Sorry, guys.
No.
No.
Or it could be worse. You could do Leonardo DiCaprio's accent in Blood Diamond. It's like, I'm from Rhodesia.
I'm from Rhodesia.
I can't deal. But anywho, this is our Avengers Infinity War.
Review. So the first part of it is going to be a spoiler-free review.
Yes.
Then we'll head into spoiler territory. We will let everyone know, and
Yeah.
there
Yes.
will be a visual representation.
Of course. So it is free to listen, even if you haven't watched it for now.
Yes.
But also, fair warning, there will be a lot of swearing.
Yes.
A lot
we're
of
all
it.
adults here. Don't
So
let your
much
children
fucking
watch.
swearing.
Don't let your children watch South African podcasts.
Yes. Although I'm pretty sure he's sworn like 4 times by now, so they get the drift. But
Yeah.
Yeah,
No.
a little bit.
If I was a person who wasn't lazy, I would have bleeped it all out.
nah, swearing
Nah.
makes life fun.
But like, fuck that. You know?
That's like half of people's vocabulary anyways.
Yes.
Okay, so to give you guys an idea of who we are as Marvel fans, you know, because not everyone, there are people who are like, no, every person who reviews this movie needs
Must
to
be
be Marvel fans, as in they need to read every single Marvel publication or whatever that comes out.
But we are quite a diverse, like, knowledge-wise.
Yeah, like I've read Marvel comics. I've read a lot of Marvel comics, but not, you know, all of them. So, like, for example, the Infinity Gauntlet and Infinity War, I'm not that familiar with.
Yeah. And I'm friends with people who read comics.
Even me. And I've kind of read a few comics here and there and just watched all the movies multiple times.
Exactly.
I'm a movie fanatic
Yes.
to the max.
And all three of us are fans.
Cinephiles.
All three of us have watched every single Marvel movie up
Every
until now.
And we don't just carry on watching them because of the Chris's.
Oh, the Chris. Guys, I just need to give a heads up. I am a massive Chris Pratt fangirl, so every time his
really
name
is.
gets mentioned, I will make sounds similar to this.
We'd like to, like, as a little icebreaker,
Yes.
say our favorite Marvel movies. But besides Infinity War, if it was one of your favorites, that one doesn't count because we're reviewing it.
Of course. I think we should start with our guest of the day, Gugu.
Okay, I have a top 3. Like I
That's
think
fair.
I think
That's
it's
fair.
only like
It's
as a
difficult to
true
pick
Marvel
one.
fan, you can't just have like one.
can't just pick
And I mean,
Yes.
obviously you'll have things that you nitpick about, but because not just because I'm a person of color, but one of my favorites is Black Panther, and I mean for years, Wakanda Forever. Like I literally sat in the cinema and I was like, Wakanda Forever.
Yeah, but I mean, it is a fucking awesome movie.
It is.
really
it
was.
I
it
will
really
always
was
say,
fantastic.
I'll always say that Black Panther is on par with the first Iron Man movie, just
Yeah.
because of that, like, whoa, what a good.
that wow factor.
Yes,
Of course.
And,
Yes.
and I love it. I love it because as a movie itself, not just because it's a Marvel movie, but as a film, an action film, it had all the right things in all the right places. You got a hot lead. You got these banging badass fight sequences. And can we please talk about the Dora Milaje? Like, my God, right? Paragot. And Denai, I think Denai Guerrero, who plays the general, like she's honestly like
she's she's
Bruh.
awesome.
And I love
Like,
how she didn't want to wear wigs, like, at all. She didn't want,
yeah,
like, that.
like it was literally, it was like one of those things
against
like,
her culture.
bitch,
Like,
you know?
get it off me.
Yeah, I loved her when she was in The Walking Dead, and I love her even more now. The only issue that I had with Black Panther is the accents because they speak my home
I agree,
language.
I agree
Like
with
I'm
that.
Xhosa by nature, and they were speaking Xhosa, so like I get in there, I'm like, oh my gosh. And then John Kani, I was like, adopt me now, please be my father, please, because you're like such a great father figure. Because he reminded me so much of my dad. So there's a lot of little like nostalgic points in the movie, and I was just like,
But I agree, some of the accents were amazingly done.
Yeah.
But some people just
Yes.
But
Andy
I think,
Serkis, though. I love Andy Serkis, but
Yeah.
please pick an actor from our country. We could do some work.
yeah,
he did a good job.
He did, and I love Andy
He was
Serkis.
funny as
He was
well.
funny. He's Andy. You know, it's great. But like, we have so many good actors. Like, come on, half of the Avengers
absolutely.
movies were filmed here.
Well, I mean, you can
But
say
also-
the same for all the characters in Black Panther
Yeah,
because
yeah.
they're English or American.
yeah,
but
like, only a
actually
few
there were
foreign
3
ones.
South African actors in the movie. So it was John
Yeah.
Kani, who plays T'Chaka, and then his younger self was played by his son, Athandwa Kani.
Yes.
Oh,
And he's fucking good and also hot. Like, yo,
like woohoo.
he can get it. Get it all night
Get it all
long.
day.
And then the leader of one of the other tribes with the red and the weird ball
yeah.
thingies at the end of her dress.
Yes.
She's also a South African she's also a South African actress who's been in a lot of the famous soapies. So
That's pretty
she's
cool.
lekker. She's lekker.
Yeah, lekker.
One of the other favorites, it's a tough pick. Guardians of the Galaxy.
One or two.
Good Guardians.
The first one.
It's a toss up between 1 and 2. Like
I get where you're coming from
Yeah.
because in my head, Guardians 1 and 2 they're just like episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you can watch them back to back and it's just
Yeah.
one big awesome
One,
movie.
fantastic.
yeah, exactly. But
And
also
Chris
they're
Pratt.
bringing in a character who's like super relatable.
Hmm.
Like Star-Lord is that dude that you want to be friends with, but you're kind of like, you're such a douche, dude, but like you're a fun douche.
And then you want to sit on his face.
And
He's a,
then
he's a,
you
he-
his face.
he's
Oh, wait,
a
that's
douche. He's a douche, but he has a good heart.
Yes,
Yeah, exactly.
And he's so funny and relatable. I agree.
But he's like the type of douche who's trying to be a douche.
yeah, he's like,
It
I
is-
will
Yeah.
be cocky.
Yeah.
Because he thinks that's cool.
Because exactly, like he's
Yeah.
that dude.
Exactly.
Like I want to have a beer with Star Lord. Don't you want? I mean, I know Ildi wants to do more than just have a beer with Star Lord. If there are children
She
listening,
also wants to
now's
have
the
a
time
Star-Lord.
to send.
I want to have a mini Star Lord with Star Lord.
Yeah, if you have children watching, now is the time to send them away.
I think it was long ago when we said the word fuck. And also that I want to sit on people's faces.
you want to sit in people's faces. And then I think one of my favorites was the first Avengers, simply because it was like such an ambitious thing at the time that it came out.
Yeah.
To have like a super team up movie.
Yeah. Like
And everyone
just-
was like, oh my gosh, this is so exciting. Like, I've waited my whole life. And especially like all the comic book fans that I've been
Yes.
speaking to, they're like, oh my God, this is what we've been waiting for our whole lives. Like, nerd people unite. I think a lot of people were like, nah, but it's ambitious and this and that. And they proved like, yo, we can do it. And then Infinity War comes. I was like, bitch, what?
Yeah.
Come
We can
at
do it
me.
a million times.
Yeah, I mean, Age of Ultron, when that came out, it started becoming stale for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Where
Yeah.
it was like, yeah,
found
whatever.
Age of Ultron confusing.
We've seen them in movies together before.
Yeah.
It's been done, whatever.
Whatever,
Yeah.
forever.
But still, in my opinion, and this is just my opinion, but like the first Avengers movie is, in my head, a bigger cultural thing than any Star Wars movie. You know, in the aspect of the, like what you said, the ambition
It's
behind
huge.
it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm not gonna shit on Star Wars. It's not that
Yeah,
I have
yes.
anything against Star Wars.
Please, they
I mean,
will lose half of our
literally-
fan base.
Yeah,
In other
it
words,
was literally
half
just
of
Star
my
Wars
dad will
Day the
walk
other
away.
day. Let's not.
Okay, I've got a lot in common with a lot of Gugu's picks, but for different reasons.
Yes.
Like, one of them is the original Avengers movie, but that is because of emotional reasons, because that's about the time I had my wisdom teeth removed.
Yeah.
And I had watched it just before I had my wisdom teeth removed, and then when I had them out, my mom and I, we went to the cinemas, and the 3D wasn't working, so everything was a little bit out of whack. So we had to go to like cappuccinos.
Fuck, really?
I know. But then they gave us a free viewing for like an hour later.
That's nice.
I basically saw it 3 times in cinema, although one of it made me feel like I was drunk on chemicals still. So, but I also agree with what Gugu said about the whole, how daring it was to do something like that. And, you know, being such a fan of superheroes, seeing so many of them there was amazing. So, you know, imagine how I felt in Infinity War. There was just like 5 of them in the first Avengers. But, and then after that, I also have like a pick 3 kind of thing for different reasons. And the second one I would have to say would be Guardians of the Galaxy. For obvious
1 or 2, because I remember you
One.
said you weren't
I-
a big fan of number 2.
Look, the first time I watched it, I was like any sequel, it's
Yeah.
good, but like you don't hold a candle to the first one. The second time I watched it, I was like, okay, I'm more into this now. Like,
Okay.
you take some warming up, it's fine. But you know, Star-Lord. No, but it's more than just me fangirling over Chris Pratt. It was, like you said, it is comical, but it's got some serious elements, and you know, raccoons and fucking mini trees, and it's just so out there, and I absolutely adored it. But also like the complexity of kind of Star-Lord's character, you know, trying to be this badass, trying to be that, but meanwhile he's just such a good guy.
Yeah.
I absolutely adored that. And then my third favorite pick is Ragnarok. Because
Thor
Yeah.
Ragnarok.
Thor Ragnarok. I loved that movie so much. Bringing like the Hulk in there, and then
Yeah.
Loki is being his normal shit, and I laughed so
So hard, yeah.
Let's go get it. Let's get help. Piss off, guys.
Yeah.
I just
Alright, my name's
couldn't.
Korg. We're gonna jump on that big spaceship and get out of here. You mean?
Just the rock paper scissors joke for you there. I just died, and it was just so different from the other Thor movies, because all the other Thor movies are so like kind of strict. You know, like my dad
stiff,
directed
yeah.
them. So yeah, but Thor Ragnarok was so different from that, which I absolutely loved. So those are my 3 choices for those reasons. Jan-Hen, you're up.
Well, I'm just gonna straight off the bat say that Guardians is also one of my favorites.
Well, everyone loves the Guardians.
But Volume 2 is my favorite out of the 2.
Oh, okay.
I love them both. They're
Yeah.
on par with each
But for
other.
why?
But because I felt that the addition of Mantis was something where I didn't know I need this in the team, but
Mantis
they
is
work
great.
perfect together.
Mantis and Drax.
Mantis
Mantis
and
and
Drax.
Drax.
You're horrified. You're so
combination.
ugly.
I mean, some of my favorite scenes of Guardians of the Galaxy are they do involve Drax. Like some of the
Drax
best
is
lines,
hilarious.
and then from there, just him and Mantis being like the comic relief of the
Yeah.
whole
Whole
team.
team.
Fantastic. And yeah, that's my first one, and then the second one is most definitely also Avengers. Like the first
course.
Avengers, just because
So
it was
out
so
there.
bloody groundbreaking. I feel like I'm copying you.
No, like
You
we
guys.
great
But,
minds think alike, and
yeah.
idiots never differ.
Exactly.
And then I actually like throw a curveball because like a lot of the other movies are on par with each other, but I really enjoyed, like, it's a toss up for me between the first Captain America and Captain America Civil War. The Civil War was also fantastic just because
Yeah.
I mean it brought in Spider-Man. You know?
Oh, that
Yeah,
was
well, that's
amazing.
You know,
Also-
and also
love the new Spidey.
because Captain America was a character that I thought I would not like. I thought, that's the
was
one Marvel
really
movie
annoying.
I'm not in the mood to watch.
Yeah, like
and
me.
then the first Captain America came, and I'm like, oh, now I understand who this who Captain America is. He isn't just America. He's just I hate bullies.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
hate
he's
bullies.
just like to
That's
stand up
his
for the
whole
little
thing.
guy, not just
Super
America,
good
but for the
guy.
little guy.
Yes, and he is justice. He is that is just what he is. Like this is what I feel is right, and I'm
Which is
going to do
amazing.
this. You know. And then, of course, it's not discounting all the other Marvel movies. I mean, Doctor
Yeah.
Strange was great.
Okay, you forgot about
was
Strange.
great.
Oh,
Yeah.
Doctor Strange was amazing. Benedict
the whole-
Cumbersnatch is so fantastic.
Thor 1, even though it was stiff, was good. It was a good introduction as
Yeah.
a character.
Thor
people
2,
still, you know, people still quote the first Thor.
I mean, Kat
Another,
Dennings.
you know,
Yeah.
another. You know, that. People
Break the
still,
plates.
People still quote that. You know?
Kat Dennings pushing like people out of the way, going, "I know CPR."
Meow meow. What's meow meow?
Meow meow.
Yeah, you remember that?
Yes.
There was so many good
Yeah.
parts in that. The second one, in my opinion, and this is what I'm probably going to get flack for, but the second one was the worst Marvel movie.
The second Thor.
The second
I
Thor.
completely
Wow.
agree. Completely.
Yeah.
Give us the flack. We don't
people,
care.
People like to shit on Iron Man 2 and Iron Man 3. I like them.
I like them way more than Thor.
Yeah.
Too.
But they are also kind of down there, you know? But yeah.
Oh, Gwyneth
That's-
Paltrow's abs still give me nightmares.
Bruh. It's like,
Like I
she
close my
questioning
eyes,
his
it's like,
insecurity.
and then they burn, and I'm like, don't spank me, I'm not Apple.
Whoa.
that cut deep.
Or Chris Martin.
Hold on. I just got to put a light on this room because it's got a bit dark.
Yeah, lot. Oh my god.
By the way, there's 19 Marvel movies.
Up
Just
until
so you-
Infinity War.
up until and including.
Okay,
Yes, Infinity War is the 19th.
Yes,
Nice.
just so
That
y'all know.
That means, strangely, Ant-Man and the Wasp will be the 20th
cool. Yeah.
It'll be
Marvel
the-
movie.
will be the 20th
which is an
Marvel
odd
movie.
one to be.
Yeah, but I am quite psyched for it. And Ant-Man, we didn't even like
We
touch
didn't even
the
mention
surface.
Ant-Man.
I
There's a lot
I
of-
refused to watch Ant-Man for a long time.
Why?
Because the
Why?
name, I was like, this is going to be ridiculously
Stupid.
Yeah.
stupid.
Really?
Ant-Man, like, come on, how high are you? And then I was hosting a Marvel quiz, and there was like 2 Ant-Man questions, and I was like, yeah, I haven't seen Ant-Man, and people go, you must. So I sat down, and I was like, I fucking love this.
Yeah.
Good.
Yes, Queen. Paul Rudd, yes.
No, it was
All
great.
right, let's move on.
Yes. Okay, so I
Please.
think we're going to take a very short break, and then we will head into the non-spoiler review.
Yes.
Yes.
No spoilers.
No,
No
spoilers.
spoilers.
So relax.
Except on my car. I'm kidding. There's no spoilers there either.
Avengers, not Fast and the Furious.
Again, like, yeah.
I was like, the level of dad joke that was.
I know. I love dad jokes.
We're a horrible combination, Ildi and I, because we love puns.
We love puns.
Shit jokes.
So much. It's like, you know, it's boiling water. Goodbye, you're going to be missed.
All right.
Okay, break time.
Break
See
time.
you in a sec. Ladies, gentlemen, germs, and regular cars that have no accessories, welcome back. I say it like that because this section of our review does not have any spoilers on. You like that? Good.
I like that a lot.
The level of dad joke in this room.
We are dad joke fanatics. I fucking told you.
I think at some point people are just gonna deliver a child to me, like just like through Amazon shipping or something. It's like you have made enough shit jokes that you need to torment a small child.
Yes. That's how it is. Anyway, so we're back now with the spoiler-free review.
All right, but yeah, we're talking about Avengers: Infinity War, the
Yes!
non-spoiler review that we went to go see. By the way, before I'd say anything specifically about this movie, we went to go see it at I will give shout outs because it was a great theater. It was a
Yes, so good.
great place. New Metro
Woodlands.
in Woodlands in
Scene
Pretoria.
VIP.
Yes,
But
and
we didn't
VIP.
know it was VIP.
I knew it was VIP, but there was no other option.
Yeah.
It was just VIP there.
But it wasn't
for-
that
to see.
expensive either. And it
Yes.
was so luxurious.
It was
guys.
it was more or less the equivalent of like $10 Like in
dollars?
20 US dollars, 10 US dollars.
It's 10, yeah.
Yeah, it's
10
10
US
rand.
dollars. 125 rand. Excluding the 3D glasses.
Which is 10
my
rand,
my,
which
my
is
only
like
gripe was they
half a
didn't.
dollar.
The only gripe was that they didn't tell us we need
Yes,
to. Yeah,
we
but-
need to buy that. So that they were happy with us just walking in glass free.
Yeah.
But it was like on these lazy boys.
Yeah.
Pretty
Pop
much
out the legs
leather
and-
recliners. We had a lot of leg room.
There was a waiter.
Yes.
The popcorn was
there
really
was a
nice.
waiter.
You're not
I
for
thought it was-
us, but for other people.
Like,
there was
that,
a
it was
waiter.
literally like the coolest thing I've ever seen in a movie theater.
I was like, yo.
Like, I felt like I was watching the movie at someone's house. Like, you know, like super rich people have like
yeah.
a movie theater in their house with the
Oh.
lazy boys.
Yeah, I don't know any
felt
of
like
those.
that was my situation, but with like 100 other strangers. Like, I think a recommendation for future, especially for Sapphirs, if you want to go watch a big badass movie in 3D, go to the scene VIP at New Metro.
So worth it.
Hell
So
yeah.
worth it.
So worth it.
Hell yeah.
Right.
But yeah, let's talk about this movie. Now, Avengers Infinity War is obviously a 2018 movie. It is a very recent
Obviously.
movie. It is the 19th movie in the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Exactly.
Yes.
It is, if I'm not mistaken, the 4th movie that has been directed by the Russo brothers.
Yeah.
Yes, Anthony and Joe Russo.
Yeah.
And their first movie was Captain America's Winter Soldier.
They did Winter Soldier, yeah.
But yeah, speaking of 19, a minimum of 19 people are listed as starring in this movie. I'm not going to, like, there are more as side characters, but the
Yeah.
main starring roles are 19 actors.
So it's quite a jam-packed,
Massive
And I'm not
people-packed
gonna
movie.
list them all off, but the main character of this movie is Josh Brolin starring as Thanos. the
Thanos.
main
Yo,
villain of
The
this movie.
main guy, like our antagonist.
I've got to give a
it's
shout out.
the Thanos show.
I've honestly got to give a shout out to Josh Brolin for being such an incredible actor, because he's also going to be Cable,
Yes.
and Deadpool's coming out is
we're
coming
so
out
psyched.
soon. I think by the time this is up, like it'll be
yes.
out.
Deadpool
yeah.
will be
It will.
out, yeah.
Like, literally, Josh Brolin is so great. He was dope in Men in Black. He was dope in Infinity War.
He was dope in the Goonies.
He was dope in the Goonies too.
But he
My
gets doped
goodness.
often.
And he gets doped.
When he sees himself with Thanos, fuck a burp.
But yeah. Also, I don't know if anyone has noticed this, like whether or not you've seen Infinity War or not, because obviously Thanos shows up in the first Avengers.
Yes.
Because Loki gets his army from Thanos.
Thanos.
But in Infinity War, Thanos is at least 4 shades of purple lighter than before.
Oh, yeah.
It's a great lightning cream ad right there.
Exactly.
Sponsored by Thanos. No, I'm like, sponsored by Johnson & Johnson. That was totally not a product placement opportunity. I'm not being sponsored by any Unilever products whatsoever.
Like at all.
I'm not going to list off all the names, but Josh Brolin faces off against all the Guardians of the Galaxy, all of the Avengers, and all of the other Marvel heroes that haven't been part of the Avengers yet, such as Doctor Strange, and
Black Panther.
and Spider-Man,
All of those.
Yes.
Except for
except for Ant-Man and Hawkeye.
Yes.
Because Ant-Man's under house arrest and Hawkeye's focusing on family.
Yes.
Apparently.
Yes,
Yeah.
because Hawkeye, like
Yeah,
in
he-
Avengers 2,
yeah,
he
he already was
retired.
like-
He had
I
already
need
had
to, like-
retired,
Yeah, he was like, I'm out.
Pure chill. It's like, bye guys.
But yeah, this movie is 149 minutes.
It's fuck
Yeah.
long, but you do not
It's like
feel
2.5
It
hours.
You
doesn't
do not
feel like
feel
it.
it.
You
Like at the
really
end of
don't.
it, you want more.
Yeah.
Just listing off the final fact is this movie is a record breaker of note.
Yes.
This movie has beaten the odds of pretty much all of the other.
Yeah.
It-
It's beat out opening weekend records for The Last Jedi and for Black Panther, because Black Panther was apparently like the highest grossing opening weekend
Yes.
film, and Infinity War literally looked at it as like, bitch, please.
And smacked it down.
As it currently stands, it is the highest grossing, the biggest worldwide opening. Apparently.
Wow.
That's deep.
It beat Fate of the Furious, which was the record holder before this movie.
Yeah.
There are plenty of videos. I'll
Didn't
actually.
it beat out Titanic as well, or is it like
Oh yeah,
close?
no.
Did it beat-
There's been other movies that beat out.
Oh,
Titanic.
okay, fair
Did it beat Potter?
Yes.
Hard
Like
beat
very
out
long.
Potter.
Like
nothing should be
there's one fact that people like kind of like rub in DC fans' faces. Justice League's entire run at the cinemas, right?
Yeah.
Versus Infinity War's opening weekend. The opening weekend beat Justice League's entire run worldwide, and that's not including China. Like that's excluding China because it's not out in China yet.
Wow.
as of recording this.
Okay.
Oh, cool.
So
Okay.
like,
Damn. That's impressive.
you're burned.
With Jason Momoa.
Even with Jason, like we'll have to do a different podcast with DC Universe. Apparently.
Well, it'll be 5 minutes long. And just be
What,
like,
is it gonna be you moaning about Jason Momoa the whole time? Just be like
moaning
Jason
for,
Momoa.
about, against,
Moaning.
and then going, what was the point of Aquaman? But let's not get into that.
Let's not get into that. No, back
Sorry.
to the
Anyway,
Thanos show.
Back to the
So,
Thanos show.
so our review of this fantastic movie, which
Fantastic. We absolutely all adored
It
it. We
was-
can
it
agree
was-
on all
yeah.
on that. And yeah.
So sorry, no, there was like a long brief. I think
it left
all of
us. If this is the big takeaway that you're going to get from this movie is.
Breath.
We were left breathless at the end of the movie.
Yeah.
And needing tequila.
we wanted to go drink something. Bring a friend.
Yeah, don't go watch alone.
You're gonna need the emotional support.
Yes.
And
Yes.
and like for all the good things, like you need to share. This is one of those experiences. Like you gotta share the experience with someone so they know how you
Yeah.
feel. They feel your joy. They feel your sadness.
That
They-
fist bump
the
you during
excitement.
awesome scenes.
Like when there's a badass scene, and there's a lot of badass scenes that I'm not gonna get into now, but. There are a lot of badass scenes, and I turned over to my friend Nikolai that we took with. And I was like, dude, like, dude,
like start slapping him.
dude.
And you fist bumped me like twice.
Yeah, yeah. Word to the wise: if you haven't seen it yet, just be prepared to shut the fuck up.
Yeah, please. Spoilers.
No, like just not even just the spoilers. Like when you're
And
actually
while you're
watching
watching
the
the
movie,
movie.
like because I know it's so hard. Like especially.
I bet
for
you
me.
can't talk. You were yelling halfway through. I was next to you going, my ears hurt.
I'm sorry. Like I got very excited, and I told I had
for
like
good reason.
For good reason. Like I didn't
it
mind.
literally that's what it does to you. Like just you
laugh out loud, you cry out loud. You moan out loud when Star-Lord's on the screen. Wait, that was just me.
Oh my gosh. No, it's absolutely fantastic. And from start to finish, it has your heart racing almost. You're like, oh my gosh, what's
It
gonna
starts
happen?
at such a big note.
Yeah.
And with so many characters, you would think that this movie was going to be a train wreck, as in
Yeah.
it was going to be a mess.
like a complete clusterfuck. Yeah.
But the way they did it was everyone had their moment to shine.
Yeah.
If you're a fan of any of the characters, they all have a moment. And I'm
Yes.
not saying all of them have fantastically big moments, but
Yeah.
all of them just have things that they do
Yes.
that
Yeah.
that you will
Some
remember.
characters have a backstory that you didn't get backstory to. And
Yeah.
it's really great.
And some people just have parts where you just go, oh, so this is this character's thing for this movie. I
Yeah.
understand this.
Mostly because it contributes so greatly to the actual storyline itself, to
Yeah.
Thanos' quest in finding the Infinity Stones. And
Nothing
and-
feels forced.
And killing half the fucking universe.
That's his goal.
Yeah, that's
That
his
is
goal.
That is his
end
goal.
From the start. But you can see that in the trailers as well. He needs
Yeah.
to get the Infinity Stones because he wants to wipe out half of the universe. And it's the Avengers and all those people who have to stop him.
Yeah. No, definitely worth the watch.
So, yeah, please go.
Hell
go.
yeah.
Eye candy for everybody. Everybody.
Days.
Although I'm sorry, straight guys, you're going to go in there, you're going to walk out questioning your sexuality.
And even then,
That's
you
the
won't
warning
have
I'll
to.
give you.
And for straight ladies, you're going to be doing the same as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
everyone's going to walk out of there fancying everyone.
Yeah.
You're just going to be like,
I just want to be in this in the Marvel sandwich.
Yeah. I think it was like, yeah, not that.
fucking
I know it's like-
Dagwood. So
Yeah.
many fucking characters. But yeah, that's basically all we can actually say, I think,
Yeah.
without
I mean-
giving too much away.
I mean, just putting it like this is, just be like we said, bring someone along because it is something that you share. There are moments that are very funny. There are moments that have awesome. There's awesome fight scenes. There's awesome
Yeah.
dialogue.
I cried a lot.
Fantastic jokes.
Yeah.
It gets dark and it gets real. It subverts it. What is the word? Your expectation of how a Marvel movie should be.
Yeah.
Be
Changes
above and
Goes
throughout.
above and beyond that, yeah.
Yeah, changes throughout. It just takes. It's as if you piled all these rugs under you, and this movie just took them all.
All of
Yeah.
them. Like literally, you had a backup match, you had a backup to your backup match, and you just
Yes.
went,
And I'm not gonna be here and say and overhype this movie by saying this movie is the best Marvel movie, because honestly, in my head, it isn't. It's a fantastic movie.
Okay.
for me, it's
I'm not
personally a bit.
I'm not saying it's bad. I'm not saying it's like meh.
No, but it is honestly like
It's great. It's fantastic.
Yeah. And the pairings were one of the other best things for me as well. You see
Yes.
characters who you'd always think who are different movies and going, oh, imagine how they would like communicate with each other.
It's unexpected in some
and
sections.
it's great. And sometimes you're like, that's not how I expected this to go down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or you
And I
missed
think
a good
also-
pan there.
Or sometimes it's exactly how you think it's going to go down.
Exactly.
And it's super satisfying.
It's totally worth it.
You're like,
And I
you're
think-
like, yes, it's like taking a bite into that chocolate you've been waiting for 3 months.
Yeah.
When you're on a diet
and you're like,
going,
worth it. Worth
Okay,
it.
before we head into spoilers, right? I want to ask, you don't have to give me specific reasons.
Okay.
Favorite actor in this movie?
Actor.
Actor, yes.
Chris Pratt.
Okay, but
that was
besides
easy.
besides the bias. Because you said you were
I
biased.
yes, but I also generally love him as an actor.
Okay.
He brings so much to his role. He's likable, he's charismatic, he's fantastic. But if I have to choose a second, which I don't see why.
If you were to give them an award, actually.
Well, yes, Chris Pratt.
The
But
Swamp
if-
Donkey Oscars.
The Swamp Donkey Oscar, Chris Pratt. But if I had to pick a different one, and this is like gun to my head, someone's going, you cannot choose Chris Pratt. Benedict Cumberbatch. Benedict Cumbersnatch. But he's such a versatile actor as well, and I love the seriousness, but also sometimes comical elements that he brings to everything. You?
No, definitely.
Google?
Well, I
The Swamp
mean,
Donkey Award goes to.
apart from butterscotch crackle snack, I'm definitely gonna have to pick Josh Brolin. Hands down.
Hell yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Hands down.
That's fair.
And I'm a little biased with Josh Brolin because like I've already loved him as an actor for such a long time, but he really hit that fucking ball out the park, man. You just the way that he portrays Thanos, there's a lot of things you're gonna learn about Thanos, and it's gonna make you empathize with him a bit more.
Yes.
Which
and
is
and
good
it's also
acting.
a credit to the writing team as well. They've really built Thanos' story arc quite well, but also the fact that Josh Brolin brought all of it to the front and brought it all alive. And there's moments I found myself like in the cinema thinking like, yo, like, okay, Thanos was actually
Good point.
not that terrible of a person. And then you see all the things, because you have to kind of think about
And then you're
like
like,
the
oh,
whole
wait.
thing, big picture.
Yes, he develops
And then-
throughout the movie.
Yeah,
which is
that's
good
like
acting,
it's
good
like
writing.
pinnacle of fucking character development right there. Just Josh Brolin, is all I'm gonna say.
And for you, Swamp
I-
Donkey
I-
Award goes to?
I would actually say that Benedict did a really good job in this movie, but I think the person who brought it the most. No, I'd actually just say it's Benedict.
Yeah, Benedict Cumbersnatch.
Yes. Yeah, when your picnic, bring some snacks. Just like, just like.
We
it's
love
that-
you if you're listening, which I doubt it, but you know, we do love you, but your name is...
Yeah, no, I agree with you. You kind of changed my mind there. I was gonna say Groot. No, I'm kidding.
You're going to say Vin Diesel because you worked so hard.
Yes, yes. I would not have it any other way.
No, but Benny, my Benny man, he was fantastic.
I was gonna say Robert Downey Jr. because you kind of get
emotional
that.
character.
Yeah, you
at this
in this movie, it's that kind of like he is getting to that age where it's like, God fucking damn it, another
Yeah.
fucking adventure.
like,
that
fuck,
kind
can
of
I just
thing.
stay home
Yeah.
with my pepper pot?
Also, like a very honorable mention to Mark Ruffalo.
Oh,
Yes, absolutely.
We will be moving. Big warning on the screen.
Spoilers.
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 Spoiler.
Spoilers.
Warning.
Spoilers.
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 Bim bam boom. Ba-chim ba-chum ba. Wah, wah.
If you have not watched Infinity War, now is the time to not listen to
Or
this anymore.
If you,
Turn the way right now. Go home, drink your vodka, have some Infinity War.
or if there's another
come back
reason
later.
why you don't care about the spoilers and you
If
just
you are
want
a
to spoil it for
person who
yourself,
it
you
does
have
not
been
matter
warned.
about
Yes.
spoilers, you can listen.
Yes.
Yes.
I don't understand people who can like go through life with accepting spoilers like that. Doesn't it just
Oh, I have
know.
one of my best friends. He does not care for spoilers.
yeah, Nick
He-
and I
like-
my friend Nick is the same as well. Like he's literally the day before we went to go watch Infinity War, like one of our mates told him exactly the entire plot line. And it was
I
like,
would
"Oh, wait,
punch
cool."
a person.
I think he has a very different way of thinking about
okay,
it.
fair enough.
Because he hated Civil War. He hated Civil War
Really?
because it ended on a somber note. It ended on a.
Okay.
So I know he will hate this movie.
Yeah.
Because we are in spoiler territory and half the fucking universe dies. Thanos wins.
God, where's that
In the
wine?
end,
Give me
he
I can't.
literally says in the movie that he will be like, what he wants is sitting, watching the sunset and just smiling, and that's exactly what happens. in the end.
Exactly what happens, and it breaks my freaking heart.
Look, I cried. I ugly cried. ugly fucking cry.
Like, listen, I thought I was
Kardashian.
going to end up stuck in someone's throat because of the amount of gasping that happened in that fucking movie. every person just like started, I don't feel so good, and then just starting to
crying
evaporate,
and
and everyone goes,
No, I was literally, You know, there was a couple of times I was like, wait, what? No.
I was like,
Wait, what? No, what? No, what? Wait,
What?
what? Like, I was confused, and then it's like blow to the heart. I'm like,
yes.
I got neck pain because I was staring from Jan Hendrik to the screen to Gugu. Jan Hendrik screen Gugu. Jan Hendrik screen Gugu. Looking like this can't be real. This is not happening. I'm like I'm watching a fucking Russian tennis match.
So, okay, so that initial shock over. Let's continue with.
Okay, right. Now, before we're in the spoiler territory now, so
Yes.
if you're watching this, you might most probably have seen the movie. So let's go straight into your favorite and your least favorite part of Infinity War.
ah, man.
Googs.
Favorite
Googalicious.
and least favorite parts.
Yes.
Well, obvious least favorite part is the part where everyone dies.
Wait. Pick a
But
scene that's not that.
Was it your least favorite part
everyone's
because
least
it was so sad, or do you feel like it's a bad part in the movie?
No, it's... The thing is, like, I can't really find anything that was, like, specifically cuck for me. Because obviously everyone goes into a movie watching, it's like, bro, why did you do that? Like, come on, man, come on. I think, I can't really pick one thing that stood out as, like, a really bad choice in the direction of the movie. But, fucking Star-Lord should have maybe taken that shot a bit sooner. Like, and I read something the other day saying it's like Star-Lord did the most like dipshit white boy thing you can do. It is like, oh no, my girlfriend's in trouble. No, I said I promised you that I was gonna do the thing that you asked me to do.
That
but
shit.
I can't do it.
Where Thanos changed his ammo
like,
into bubbles.
Yeah, and I'm just
okay.
like, bro.
Yeah, but he did it at the end of the day. I mean, if you think
no,
about
fair.
it. What's Vision's girlfriend's name again?
Scarlet
Witch.
Witch.
Scarlet Witch also took fucking ever to do the thing
Bruh.
she was supposed to do, but she did it.
Like, and I think maybe one of them was when they got to Wakanda. It's like it kind of felt a bit rushed to get to the end of the movie.
I get what you're saying. Yeah, I do get what
Because
you're saying.
we've already been in like at least by that time it was like an hour and 45 minutes ish into the movie.
Yeah.
and it started feeling like they were rushing to get to the that incline came in very very quickly for me.
Let's focus on the negative first.
Okay, we
the
all do
least
our
favorite.
negatives and then our positives.
So is that your all?
Yeah,
that your name?
that's me.
Okay.
All right. Well, I've got two negatives for different reasons.
Yes.
The worst part for me emotionally,
Yes.
other than the end, because for obvious reasons.
Yeah, all of let's all agree that the ending was like
worst part for everyone is the end.
pull clutchingly.
Like
Horrifying.
give me the bottle of tequila, I'm not okay vibes. But
Yeah.
except for that, it's when Scarlet Witch destroys Vision.
Yeah.
But then Thanos comes and rewinds, and Vision comes back, and he rips that thing out of him, and he looks like that.
Bruh, because like you forget completely that Vision was actually basically an Iron Man suit.
Basically, and then he
Yeah.
rips it out, and he looks like when you like fry your plugs.
Yeah.
And I was like, Jesus, what? No, what? No, what? No. You just made her watch that
So it
after
was-
she
it
did
was-
that,
it
like
was- it
feeling
was
what
bad as
Scarlet
in-
Witch felt.
Yeah.
It was bad emotionally, like ow.
It wasn't bad like this was shit.
Yes.
It was more like
That's why I have a second-
No.
It was like a biggest slap in
Yeah.
the face.
That was like, fuck no.
my heart.
But on the other side, as far as shit goes, I have to nitpick because
Yes.
there's nothing shit about this movie for me. So I have to like really get like all, if I have to.
Yeah.
It's the bubbles, bro.
bubbles.
It's the fucking bubbles.
The bubbles.
Because like Thanos has the thing where he can alternate reality, and you make a gun shoot bubbles like you're 5. You make Gamora's blade turn into bubbles like you're at a children's party. You could have made it turn into like fizzy lightning.
I get
You
what
could have
you're
made it
saying.
turn into puppies. You could have made it fucking turn into
That'd be worse.
like fucking a condom bath. I don't care.
I get what you're saying.
But
I
it's
do
like
get what you're saying.
bubbles.
I think
It felt too lighthearted for the moments that it was used in.
I get
Like
what
these
you're
were
saying.
emotional moments, and it's broken with fucking bubbles and not the Powerpuff Girl. That would have been better. That's
she's not old enough to be fucking bubbles.
Thanos is way too big for that. But that's my only critique about the whole movie. If I had to pick one, is the bubbles. And yours?
My least favorite, and I will ask you to do a vow of silence because you will be reeing
Oh my
at
god,
me.
he's going to say Star-Lord.
Yes.
I didn't mean for the teeth to actually
No,
make contact.
no,
I bit
no.
her.
Okay, no. My least,
Okay.
and this is once again
okay.
just like you said, it's a nitpick.
Of course, if you have to.
Yeah, because I understand 100% why it happened. It's for story. It's for the story to happen, the story to progress. But him being all like, you know,
Where's Gamora?
yeah, where's Gamora? And then like him finding out Gamora is dead, then him freaking out and, you know, ruining the plan. That was like, it was, in the spur of the moment, it was frustrating to watch.
Yeah, it's
You
like,
know what I
stop
You had one job, bro.
Yeah,
You had one job.
I mean, I love Star-Lord, but that was like, come on, dude, you fucking idiot, you know. But story-wise, you fucking
story-wise,
idiot.
you're sitting
As
there,
in
you're
you-
like, you could have done better, but then you try to think about how you'd feel, and you're like,
Yes, exactly.
yeah, same.
Yeah,
Yes,
you
100%.
empathize.
It's the same as Thanos. You hate him in the movie. You hate him as a character, and not hate as in he's a shit character, as in you hate him as in you are a bad person.
You are terrible.
You must
you
be
are
punished.
terrible.
That is exactly like Star-Lord was written to be an idiot in that section.
Exactly, he was never
Yeah.
a smart cookie.
Yes, exactly.
He's a brave cookie, he's a good cookie, he's a hot cookie.
So that's why he is a cookie.
But I think it goes back. I think it goes back to the thing where I was saying about him being like that douchey dude. Like you kind of
Yeah.
want to have
Yes.
a beer with him, but you kind of want to slap him in the face as well.
Like, I love that line where Thanos is like, so this is the boyfriend, he's like, more like long-term booty call. I'm like, so Star-Lord.
But yeah,
Okay,
that was my least favorite.
Yeah, understandably so. It's
And obviously
frustrating.
the rest of them are like pearl clutching, like no, like how Vision died. The ending,
everyone else.
obviously.
I cried.
you know.
Spider-Man's, I don't feel so good.
No, it's too soon.
Everything is too soon.
He was just a little
Okay, now.
boy. And then the positives.
Yes, the
move on
positives.
to
Let's
the
move on
positives.
before our readers,
Before
readers,
my-
fucking
Our
readers, our listener,
I'm
hi
not
dad,
typing
starts
this out.
crying.
No, I think positives. There were so many, so many. Big thing for me, like technically speaking, the fight choreography.
Oh God.
Jesus Almighty, thank you. Like it was so good, and like it wasn't just like, because my worry with franchise action movies is that they're going to use the same type of choreography
Yeah.
over and over again, which is what happened like you say 10, 15 years ago. Is you'd have like a franchise and it's the same kind of fight, it's the same sequencing of events, and I like the different combos in the fights, just how everything worked out, also showing off every hero's strength. I like that there was a build towards Thor using the lightning and all of that, but like even like just movie franchise wise, like from the beginning up until now, storyline was great because it makes you feel things in so many different ways. And yeah, watching the girls do a team up. But we're going to talk about team ups later.
Yeah,
That's we're
But yeah,
getting to that.
The
that
team
is
ups
also
are
a really
coming.
favorite, like a
was
favorite part
really,
for a lot of
really
people.
great.
The she's not alone, and
Yeah,
then like
it's
just
like,
turning like all the other
bruh.
chicks are like.
Like,
Okay,
all the
but we're
chicks
gonna
are
get to the
Yes.
team up.
Yeah, yeah. Let's not skip ahead.
So if you have to choose like one favorite
Scene.
part, one scene,
One favorite part in the whole movie.
It's
yes,
fucking hard.
it is hard.
Jesus,
it is
that
hard.
is hard.
But it is off the top of your head, and
Not
your
as hard
opinion will
as
change.
all the women were.
No, I mean I had a lot of favorites. I think seeing them come through to Wakanda, because Wakanda forever. You know, it's like,
We are doing the X.
I tried to hit my wrist really hard so you could hear it, and I hurt myself.
oh no, shame. Sorry.
Wakanda temporary.
Wakanda, ow.
Actually, and also when they were in the ship, like when in that little fucking bicycle wheel thing,
Yeah.
and they're leaving New York, and that interaction between Spidey and Doctor Strange.
Yes.
Hey,
What's your
have you seen
name?
that really old movie?
Yes.
I'm Doctor Strange. Oh, we're using our made-up names now. I'm Spider-Man. It was absolutely fantastic.
so great.
So
Okay.
your favorite part, your favorite.
Oh my god, it's so many. Okay, I'm gonna first go for the non-obvious Ildi answer, and the non-obvious would be when Thor got reunited with, well, not reunited because it's a different hammer, but when he got his new hammer,
Stormbreaker.
Stormbreaker.
Oh
Not
my gosh, he
Mew.
is.
When he got Stormbreaker, and then suddenly he like, there like lightning everywhere, and he looks hot as
Fuck.
I just, yeah.
And but not just because eye candy, but because he looks so powerful and
He looks
confident,
like
and he's,
manly,
and he's
you know,
suddenly
just like,
Thor again. Like he was
Yeah.
part Thor till then, and then he thawed out, and he lands in Wakanda, and it's just wreckage, and everyone's
All
like, "Yes,
thanks-
he's here."
all
Yup.
thanks to Peter Dinklage.
My nigga.
It was pretty
Yeah.
cool.
Wait, I'm not supposed to say nigga on air.
What you
Sorry.
can,
You are.
You're black.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
What? Yes, you can. You can.
Tumblr will hear of this.
We'll post a photo of her as evidence.
Yeah.
where was I? Okay, so that was my favorite non-obvious choice. My obvious choice is that scene with Star-Lord where he and Thor are communicating to each other, and he keeps changing his voice.
Oh my god, Mantis made that scene the best.
Mantis was like,
because it was.
what are you doing?
Yeah, they were like, "Why are you Are you making your voice deeper?" No, I'm not. And then Mantis just goes like, oh, "He did it again."
I absolutely loved that. Like them communicating like that. I was wondering how it would be with Thor there. And then you also see like some of Star-Lord's insecurities that he still has, but he hides with that cocky attitude. And I just love that scene.
And Drax pretty much like being in love with Thor. That is not a dude. That is a man.
That is a pirate angel.
You are a dude.
Okay, your favorites.
So I wouldn't necessarily say it's a favorite, but a part that really shocked me was when I thought that Thanos was killing Mantis and Drax, because he got the reality stone. When he got the reality stone, and then he made Drax fall into pieces, and
Mantis was ribbons.
And Mantis was like ribbons, and I thought, they're dead
This is for
now.
real.
Wow.
Fuck, that was too fast.
too.
Like, yes, I remember. I was sitting there going, "This."
I remember you.
That's too fast.
I distinctly remember you gasping and going
like what?
Yeah,
No.
Yeah,
yeah,
no, that
this,
actually that
that
really
sound.
was.
I wish I could make that sound.
No, it was honestly like that shook me as well.
But my favorite scene, it is kind of obvious, like if you think about it, but the Thor part, like Thor was the
Majestic.
fucking just like
How dope would it have been when Thor was coming in that rain of thunder and they were like, ah!
fuck yeah,
Like, I was hoping they would have done that.
yeah. That should have been his theme song.
That should have been his theme song, like his new theme song.
Like it
hands
was
down.
in Ragnarok.
Yes.
Yeah, because that fucking song like just suits his movements with the lightning hands.
That was the most satisfying section of the movie, and
Yeah.
I'm not even saying it's the best fight, because in my opinion that's not the best fight.
No.
It's just the best
But it's
sequence.
so rock and roll.
From
That's
him.
why.
It's so Thor.
My favorite sequence, like
a
I will
god.
say, is as soon as he gets Stormbreaker, then he makes a Bifrost
I was just
Yeah.
like,
to like
Done.
teleport to Earth, and he's like, "Come, rabbit,"
that was the best though. Him
and
and
he
Rocket.
brings
Come,
Rocket and
Rabbit.
Groot. And then after that, because while Thor's still kicking ass, then Captain America makes like, "Hey, long time no see," and then Captain America says to Thor, "Like the haircut," and then Thor goes, "I see you've copied my beard."
That was fantastic.
Like, yes.
Yeah, no. Like, and also, like, you know what I love is just like everyone is just like they bro down so hard.
Yes. Oh, and even in that scene as well, people kind of like notice Rocket and them. He's just, "They're my friends." Like, "They're with me," or something. I can't remember exactly what he
No,
said. but
like
he's
it's just
Something like that.
the bromance in the movie
Yes.
is
There's
like
so much
it's so
bromance.
sweet, so
It's
much
adorable.
bromance, and that just like complements the little romance between Scarlet Witch and Vision. But still, the bromance by far is like
It's adorable.
yeah.
It's so cute.
It's like, why can't all my guy friends be this cute?
Yeah, but then you also see how like Iron Man reacts to Doctor Strange.
Yes.
And you're like, yeah, well.
It was
There's
literally,
no
at some
bromance
point I
there.
was wondering who's gonna outdouche the other.
Yeah. Okay, let's move on.
Okay, next up we have favorite character team-ups.
Favorite character team ups.
Yeah.
So no favorite characters.
Oh wait,
yet.
no, we can do favorite character and then team-ups.
Okay,
This is a
so
plus. I
let's-
can't read my handwriting. I am a crab.
So let's just say favorite characters now.
Yes, just our favorite character.
Okay, but like
In
hands
general,
down.
you have to choose one. You can
Just
only
one.
choose
Just
one.
one?
Just one. I'm gonna be difficult and say, and this isn't definitively the best. It is off the top of your head. You can give one honorable mention.
Okay, fine.
Okay.
Like, okay, of all, okay, my honorable mention is gonna go to, Okoye. The
Okoye.
general, yeah. She's
love her.
just badass bitchery, man. Like,
She's great,
Fucking wicked.
and she also has one of the best lines that's in a trailer.
yeah. It's like,
We're getting a
it's like when
Starbucks.
we were going to open the world, when we were going to open Wakanda to the world, I thought we were going to, maybe join the Olympics, maybe get a Starbucks.
That was great.
That was fantastic.
That was my favorite.
I love that
was
line.
my favorite. But my favorite character. Fuck, I have to pick one character.
One.
Damn it.
And remember, it's only in this movie, not like as a whole.
Okay,
Like,
fair enough.
Only
but
in
still,
this movie.
it doesn't make it any fucking
I know.
easier.
I can start while you guys are thinking.
Yeah, you go.
Because I was mulling it over like throughout like the
Yeah,
the
our
time we
convos.
had, and I was just like thinking, okay, if I had to choose one character who like stood out in this movie, and I'm not gonna cop out and say Thanos, because Thanos was a fantastic villain, but he wasn't my favorite character in this movie. My favorite character in this movie was Thor.
Yeah.
He didn't have my favorite. He wasn't in my favorite sections, but as a character, he knows what he is. He grew. He didn't have a lot of growing to do in this movie.
Yeah.
He was like, I am ready. I know what I have to do, and that is what he's doing.
Like he
I am
grew in
getting
Ragnarok,
help.
and now he's done.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's got-
and he needs, and it might sound like I'm copying it out, as in like he does have history before, but as the movie goes, he has a reason to do his like to start his journey now to replace his weapon. Thanos is here. He killed my brother.
And he gets
he's gonna
emotional.
get the.
He's like, what else do I have to lose?
Exactly. I'm like, I have to avenge my brother. Number one, I have to stop him from getting the Infinity Stones. I technically let him have one of the Infinity Stones
Yes.
in the beginning of the movie.
And I think it's also a lot more personal because like he's just coming off the loss of Asgard, his home.
The loss of his father.
and
the loss of
Thanos
his
killed,
father.
Of his
and
Mew
Thanos
Mew.
killed
half of his people.
half of
Where
his
the fuck's the
people.
other half?
And
This is also a question.
yes,
Where the fuck's the other half? We'll get there later.
half of his people are dead. His best friend was killed in the beginning of the movie. Heimdall was killed in the movie, which was Thor's best friend, and his brother was killed.
Dude, I can't.
And it was his lost family member. Even if it wasn't blood, it was his lost family member.
that he had left.
Because his mother died in the second one, his father died in the third
one.
Yeah.
Now Loki's dead. He has no one else.
Well, his sister's probably around somewhere, but they're
No,
not
his
close.
sister's
No, his
dead.
sister's dead
He
because-
They
confirmed-
even mentioned in this movie.
he
that-
confirmed that his sister's dead. Yes, but
edit that out. I sound stupid.
but yeah, like Thor is my favorite character in this movie.
That's very, 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 very well observed.
It's a satisfying. It's also just a satisfying
Yeah.
hero's tale kind of.
And also
I like how
Lady
emotional he
Boner alert. Moment of silence for my Lady Boner.
I'm not gonna have a moment of silence for mine because mine ain't dead yet. But anyway, my favorites, and I'm not gonna say what you all think I'm gonna say.
It's not Groot.
That's what everyone thinks I'm gonna say.
I shit on Groot. I love Groot.
Wait, you never told us your honorable mention. I'm sorry.
My honorable mention is no, my honorable mention has to go to Mantis.
Yeah, you love Mantis.
Mantis was fucking funny. Like Drax was funny, but Mantis was
in
like
this one.
Mantis kept on bringing the punchline.
Yeah.
With Drax.
I'm sorry if we're gonna mention Drax, we have to mention.
Where's Gamora?
Gamora. Wait, no, who's Gamora? Wait, where's Gamora? Who's Gamora?
Yeah.
Why is Gamora?
Yeah, no, but that was like, I'll do you one better.
Why is Gamora?
I canned myself so hard.
Oh my god. No, my honorable mention is definitely Mantis and a very close Drax, but
yeah.
Mantis.
Okay.
So your
back to me.
favorite?
My favorite character in this movie only, Tony Stark.
Tony Stark.
Tony Stark. Because he's developed so much. Like, even in the beginning, you can see he's, like, prepping for family. He wants to have a family
Yes.
with Pepsi pots and call it salt shaker. Pepsi pots? What the fuck?
Is she like the second Benedict Cumberbatch now?
Yes, I'm going to change her name every time. And the kid will be Salt Shaky.
Sure.
Sure, buddy. Okay, let's go with that one.
Whatever.
Yeah.
But no,
anyway,
like, he was
he
so-
was talking to Paprika Pot.
He was talking to his very own Spice Girl. And, like, we want to start a family and everything. And you can see when the shit goes down, he's like, he takes the daddy role, especially with Spidey. He's all
Yes.
like, go, there's the wizard. Go, now you, fuck off back to Earth. What the fuck you doing here? You're not supposed to be here. It's like, you're grounded, Spidey man,
Yeah,
on
yeah,
this
yeah.
plane because I can't send you back.
Yes.
And then he's like, it's just, he takes that dad role. He takes such a lot of responsibility onto himself. And then he's left there now. He's going to have survivor's guilt like fucking crazy. And it's
All the
how
other
the fuck's
people
he going back?
All the other people disintegrated. The Milano's still there. The Milano
Okay,
hasn't been
true.
destroyed yet, so it's gonna be. I think if they're also gonna do like a split like adventure thing with the next Avengers movie,
Yeah.
they're gonna do Nebula and Tony on the Milano.
Yeah. But that's why I love Tony, is because he had to do so much sacrificing and he's changed so much since the very first Tony Stark that we knew. And I just love that maturity in him, but still that cockiness.
Yes.
Against Doctor Strange and all that. And my honorable mention, can you guess?
Chris Pratt,
Oh,
Star-Lord.
Yes, Star-Lord, obviously, not just because he's hot, but because he's hilarious. I find him funny. Even in, like, dire situations, he still interjects humor into things. I absolutely adore his character. But he also gets emotional and everything, and I just love it. Now,
No, I
you've
think-
had time to think. Googs.
Yes, I have. Okay, but just another honorable mention. I have to like give a shout out to Nebula as well because
Neb.
she's had quite a bit of character development. I mean, we started off hating her, and she's just like, I don't know what I can like. It's confusing for her, and she's in this weird place, and
Literally built as a killing machine.
and it's like trying to figure out who you are in the world now that your psycho dad made you into this thing and doesn't want anything to do with you, and your
And
sister
tortures-
being dead
tortures-
Tortures you. You're not as
yeah,
loved as
like
your sister.
always being put down, and like I mean, she's basically an abused child.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm very curious to see what's going to happen with Nebula's character in the next Avengers movie,
Yes.
because I mean, it has been announced that there is going to be a fourth Avengers. So keen.
Yes.
So
Also,
keen to see
it might not be as accurate as to the comics, but Nebula does play an important role after the snap.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm just
Get the
saying.
load. Get the load.
But yeah, no, look, I mean, my favorite's also pretty similar to yours. Like, Thor is the badassery, man.
Yeah.
The badassery. Just
So I've
all
got
of the
nothing left to
things.
lose. Let's just go.
Exactly. Like, finally. And I think also just with everyone, like, when we started off with the movies and when people were coming in, like when Cap walks in, when the Guardians walk, I mean, the Guardians not so much, but when everyone else walks in, all the original Avengers just seemed like they're so tired, almost.
Yeah.
Like they've been through the most.
So much.
And they fought with everything they had, and they thought, finally, this is it. We can finally take a moment to breathe.
And they can't.
and then Thanos comes through, and they're just like, not to say that they were losing hope, but I think they just felt so tired, and they felt extra burdened with the fact that like it's not just Earth we're trying to save anymore, we're trying to save the whole universe, and it's a lot to take on. And I think being heroes, and some of them being just plain old humans, it takes a lot, and like big ups to them, man. It's a lot of bravery, and it's a lot of emotional strength that they need to get through it all. So
Yeah, it's especially like when Ildi mentioned Stark basically had PTSD from the first Avengers movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
And
why
you see
Iron
that
Man
hardcore
3
in Iron Man 3.
Yeah, Iron Man 3 and Ultron. Like
PTSD.
yeah, it's because of his PTSD that
Yeah.
he gets that vision, like he gets that dream
All his friends are dead.
that all his friends are dead. And I mean it
Like a Game of Thrones kind of vision.
Yes,
All my friends are
but
dead. Oh, and also with Thor saying he's got nothing left to lose. Surprise, surprise! All your friends.
you
are
got more left to lose.
yeah,
Oh no, the original Avengers are left, so his original friends are back.
not all of it. Yeah,
Not all the original Avengers. Are
We
still
don't know
alive.
if Hawkeye's still.
Okay,
Yeah, we don't
Hawkeye
know if Hawkeye's-
unconfirmed.
No, not. Oh yeah, no. The originals isn't like from the very first one.
Movie, yeah.
Yeah, the Hawkeye's the only one unconfirmed, but I'm assuming he's alive just because, nice round number.
But
Not round number. But
was Thor your favorite character?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome.
Yes.
Bunch.
All right,
Next up,
now team ups.
team ups. Ooh, favorite team up.
Ooh, mine is like an obvious choice.
Yeah.
As like a sort of feminist, definitely that girl fight. That girl fight was everything that feminism is about. Sisters are doing it for themselves.
it
Sisters
for
have got each other's backs,
themselves.
and
Like, you're
And
all
the
alone,
banter.
She's not alone.
and the banter. Bro. I was like, bitch, what you say about my girl?
Yeah.
It's like, bitch, hold my earrings. You know,
Exactly.
it was like one of those.
Exactly, and I loved
was
how
one
it
of
wasn't the
those
girls
moments.
against one guy.
You know what I'm
We
saying?
got
No,
fight
I
good.
fucking loved. I loved that fucking fight scene. Favorite team up besides the girl fight. Thor and the Guardians.
Yes.
I'm
Thor and
just
the Guardians.
gonna say that's my favorite as well.
Yeah.
That wasn't that was and is my favorite team up. All the other ones were fantastic, but that was my favorite.
Thor and the Guardians were fantastic, but to me, it was, if I had, I hate giving an answer that's not to do with the Guardians. but I'm not just
It's not
the
called
one-sided.
Guardians of the Galaxy Infinity War.
I'm not just a one-sided Chris Pratt coin. Although I can be. But I'd have to say, for me, it was Doctor Strange with Tony Stark and Spidey.
Spider-Man.
Three of them together were just hilarious because Spidey brings this youthfulness against
Yeah.
these two cocky dudes, and I just like that dynamic.
Yeah.
Awkwardly funny. I like that.
And I mean, eventually they joined the Guardians as well.
Okay, that became the ultimate thing, but I think that's too big for me to consider as a team up.
Okay.
That's just a group up. But them all together. Are we doing fight scenes yet? No.
Yeah, do fight scene. Say fight
Because
scene.
because that leads to my favorite fight scene. My
Yes.
favorite fight scene is
was when they
was
had the plan.
when they had the plan,
plan.
where Star-Lord was like, "That's a good plan, but what's wrong with it is that it sucks, and we should go with my plan because
Yes.
then it will be cool and good." And it almost worked, and it was really well planned. With like suddenly
I feel
fucking
like I'm
Mantis
copying.
falling out of the sky and onto his head, and then the cloak wrapping around it, and then Spidey's pulling there, and it
I
was
feel
just
like I'm
it
copying
was amazing.
you. I feel like I'm copying
Well,
you as
it
well.
was
now.
such a good
that was
fucking
my
fight scene.
And then not even that. Also, when Doctor Strange was like splitting himself up and doing all the arms
Yeah, the fucking
things,
Vishnu.
That was intense.
and then like just like 1,000 whips on Thanos and just like
yeah,
like,
like,
grabbing him and
like
everything.
that whole scene, it looked
Yeah.
well thought out, well planned, perfectly executed until where's Gamora?
Yeah.
Hmm.
I mean, I even for a split second felt with Thanos because Mantis was like holding his head and going like he's mourning.
And
they're
then
like,
you're
"Oh,
sitting there
fuck."
going, poor Thanos, but wait, hey, what?
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
hold
slapping
on.
yourself.
I think that's no. It's just
Wait a
Wait,
gosh
don't-
darn second.
second.
Don't make me feel for you. You're not my ex-boyfriend.
Wait a second, I hate you. So, next up, we talk about
The deaths. Oh. The deaths, guys. The deaths, guys. How everyone's faces at the end of that movie was just staring at this blank screen. Just,
the color in my face disappeared as fast as everyone else in the movie did.
Yeah.
I was still like really disappointed that people were still like walking out of the film. I'm like, really, sit
really-
your fucking
like,
ass down.
really,
You're 19 films in, you
yeah.
should know.
Yeah. That was my issue.
Or maybe they were just so offended by the ending.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think.
Because I mean, even the fucking title died.
Yeah, it's-
The title screen died at the
Turned
end of
into
that movie,
fucking
just like
dust
just
bunny.
like
it was
blew
like
away.
way too soon.
Yeah.
Way,
Like, fuck
way,
Yeah.
way too soon.
No. I kind of expected there to not be a post-credit scene. Not because they always do one, but I kind of thought they were just going to leave us staring at this blank screen in hopelessness until
Yeah.
everything goes off.
That would have
like,
been
well,
such a dick move.
fuck. That's what I was expecting. I was
I
like,
was
we're
also
just going to be
expecting it
staring
as well, though.
because usually there's two, one midway
Yeah.
through the credits, and this one was only at the very
the
end of
very
the credits.
end,
So I was
yeah.
like, nope, we're going to be staring at this
Almost-
fucking blank
almost-
screen, just like my soul.
So
and fuck you.
No, but they already trolled people with an end credit scene before. Spider-Man: Homecoming had the one where Captain America was doing the PSAs. and it's
yes,
just
I
like,
saw
sometimes you have to get used to being disappointed.
Which is the worst death for you guys? The death that really gripped you?
Okay, the end ones or
Yeah,
during
like,
the
in
movie?
general.
Let's just say the end ones at this point, because otherwise we're gonna like start including Loki and.
Well, I was gonna
Vision.
include Loki as well.
No, Loki broke me.
That
broke,
one, yeah.
broke me.
Like, honestly, Loki's death kind of hit me a lot harder than I expected it to.
Oh.
But also because
So early.
Tom Hiddleston, man.
Fucking love Tommy.
Tom Hiddleston can get it. What was worse for me was the fact that, first of all, Scarlet Witch destroys Vision.
Yes.
Thanos reverses time,
And
destroys
then kills
Vision,
Watch
and then she dies.
Yes.
That
So
is
her
so
last
fucked
memory
up.
is of killing her man coming back,
Yeah.
having his head ripped out, and then she
If
dies.
anyone's
Yeah.
getting PTSD after this, it's her.
Yeah,
Yeah.
when she
Like,
comes
if
back,
she
she's gonna
comes
be like,
back.
motherfucker. And I just threw a pen.
I can't remember which death it was that made me cry the worst. But honest, like Black Panther's death, because Okoye at the end is like Kumkani, and I'm like, no.
And and he's like just starts disappearing.
Like,
bruh.
I thought she was gonna disappear.
I thought so too, dude. But,
then no.
literally, yeah, no. I got some spoilers before the movie, so I was like, no, please, just it's got to be like a badass death. Nope.
Just
Oh,
bye.
did you know he was gonna die in the movie?
Yeah.
Thank you for not spoiling
Oh.
for us. I
Yeah,
didn't know
thanks.
any.
I
I
appreciate that.
I thought like 1, 2 characters will die.
No, I knew exactly
Honestly.
who was gonna die.
Honestly, I thought a lot of people were speculating this, but everyone was saying no, Cap's gonna die.
Yeah,
And
I
he
thought
didn't.
Iron Man was gonna die.
Yeah,
And he didn't.
Like those are the two that like.
Like everyone
Yeah.
was like, "Yeah, you're done now.
Yeah.
you're done now." Robert Downey Jr. doesn't want to make more movies.
Yeah, I thought. Yeah, that was also the other thing. I'm like, ish, you got if you're gonna kill off Tony Stark, like kill him off in a cool way.
yeah.
You know,
Like not just when Pepsi Popsy announces, "I'm pregnant, I'm dead."
that's
Like,
horrible.
That would be hardcore.
That would be so horrible.
All right,
No.
so your worst death.
I think it was Scarlet Witch and Black Panther got me real hard.
And yours?
Okay, so Gamora's one was frustrating for me.
Okay, but that's a non-ending death. But still,
Are we not
we're
both?
only doing the. But like she said, Loki got her fucking hard as a non-stone. Well, it's stone related, but not ending stone related. But I do agree with you. on that.
Non-dust bunny.
It was
Non-dust bunny, a
It
dust
wasn't
bunny
snap related.
Yeah, let's call it the dust bunny deaths.
So of the Dust Bunny deaths.
Please make this appear on the screen. Dust bunny deaths.
So of the Dust Bunny deaths, the ones that surprised me the most. I mean, the sheer number alone was like, okay, fuck, okay. The ones that made me the most sad, but it's because I love them so much, is was, I'm not gonna say it's the most one, but it was like, oh come on, was Drax and Mantis. Yeah, because it was like they didn't even do that much. Like, why?
Like, fucking let them be.
But that at that stage it was like a horror movie in the sense of like, no, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna go obvious and say Spider-Man. Like Spider-Man's one was the one that got me. Like that was the
so
like
good.
I didn't cry in the movie, but I was like, if I was like in an emotionally weaker place, I would have cried in that. Like I'm not saying like I didn't cry in the movie. Pfft, fuck, I cried in Click, for God's sake. All right. But I mean, that's when you want to cry and your nose starts getting warm.
Yeah.
Stop it.
That I got that with Spider-Man. Like no.
But also, they dragged out Spidey's death
They
to
did.
make
They did.
to make
Yeah.
sure there's
But-
not a
Exactly.
non-burny nose in the fucking...
Exactly.
Because everyone else is like... And Spidey's like...
Because I think the
Mr.
question...
Mr. Stark, I don't feel. Oh, fuck you.
Like, fuck off.
Fuck
no,
you.
fuck you.
Yeah.
Fuck you. You
That
had
was-
one
that
movie,
was
you fucking
horrible.
Come back.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure if I remember correctly, I actually heard someone shout, "No!" Like in the cinema.
I mean, Spider-Man. Everyone
He's
loves
adorable.
Spider-Man.
He's like the great. He's so cute.
Come
So cute.
Yeah.
on. No. But I'm obviously going to go obvious.
Star-Lord.
Naturally.
You were next to me. You
I
heard
know.
me. When
I know.
Star-Lord
Yeah, I
disappeared,
heard you cry.
I was like... No, motherfucker, no!
Yeah.
No!
Yeah.
Do not take him from me, no! I was so upset. I was like, no! Like, he's like half god.
Yeah.
Like, you don't take, like, no. I was really emotional, but then obviously also Spidey because of the way that he went
Yeah.
and Tom Holland's
But
emotional.
yeah, second would be Black Panther, just because it was like him being like this, like
You know,
I am
the
the-
strong
like,
gentleman
yes,
type. Yeah.
This is
Bye.
this is like we have so much history together. Bye.
Bye. Bye.
See ya.
Yeah.
that
And
was terrible.
The non-Dust Bunny death.
Oh well, yeah, you know mine is
Yes,
Gamora.
yours is Gamora, yours is Loki.
Loki, yeah.
Mine's both. I cannot pick. Both had me like... Loki was too early on in the movie.
Yeah.
And Gamora was just too emotional, man. Like,
That was-
Thanos
that
loved
was
her,
so
I
deep.
loved her. You know, fucking Star-Lord loved her. And I'm just like, your hair is beautiful, don't go.
That like when he turned around and then
Grab
he
her.
started crying and
Yo,
then
dude.
like
And she
all
tries
the
to kill
music
herself.
and all the music goes away and he just grabs her and like walks off and it's like in slow motion. He
like,
just like
no!
throws her off. It's like yes, it's what a.
I think
puss.
honestly, like,
That was fucking bad.
Okay, not that Thanos is human or anything, but like just for the sake of the word, just you could see the humanity there.
Yes, yes.
And it goes back to you thinking about the fact that when he started out in this pursuit for the Infinity Stones, when he started out in his pursuit of power, it was all to bring balance. It was also that he could save the rest of the universe.
Yeah, because he thinks he's doing the right thing.
Yeah, which is
That's-
what makes him so
and-
intriguing.
It's
That
the same as
really-
like
yeah.
there was a conversation that I was listening to like a while back on another podcast, and it's like, do you think any of these like people that we deem evil in real life, do they think that they are the bad guys? No.
No.
Like even Hitler thought that he was doing the
was
right
doing the
thing.
right thing, yeah.
Like no, you weren't, dude. Like
No.
but still he was like, I am righteous. I am doing the right thing for it's for the greater good.
But
no.
for all of these people, their theories on paper might have been like, yes,
It makes sense,
You killed
yeah.
this, but
Yeah,
this
because
happened.
because Thanos
Nice,
like
that makes sense.
shows like yes, but I did that on that planet and look how they're
And
thriving.
like they're
And it
thriving,
makes you
yeah.
think, huh.
Yeah, for a
But then
split
you're like,
second.
oh wait, millions
still
of people
crazy.
will die.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
no. But
Millions of people died on that planet.
Yeah.
Billions of people will die
And
because
I
of your actions.
don't agree with the whole unbiased thing. If you're gonna have to go that route, make sure you kill the bad people, the stupid people.
Yeah.
Leave behind your heroes. Leave behind your smart, intelligent engineers. Don't just go, well, fucking dice. Pfft, you go now. I'm
pretty
Because
sure
now
there's a
that leaves
theory
Rocket
behind
alone. That leaves Rocket, the only fucking guardian left is fucking Rocket. Rocket is so alone, and he's a little fucking rabbit.
The poor little trash panda. He
Trash
didn't
panda,
even
panda.
get the Winter Soldier's arm.
Which you really wanted. And he's got a thing with fucking body parts. That
I
like,
love
Thor,
him
here's
so
an
much.
eye.
So
Right.
we're talking. We're done with the deaths. We're all sad
Yeah.
that it.
We're all
it happened.
fucking
Just-
sad. But now what
So
happens
we're all
next?
gonna take a deep breath.
Also, Nick Fury.
Oh my god! Stop it!
And I do appreciate that right before he disappeared, he said motherfucker.
He didn't get to say the whole
Yeah,
thing.
he was
but
like,
I was
"Mother."
What he was gonna say.
Yeah, he was like,
we were like,
oh, mother.
that actually pissed me off at the end. I'm like,
Yeah.
how
Like,
could you
mother-
deny Samuel L. Jackson that motherfucker? Like, he says mother, but he doesn't get to say fucker.
Okay,
really?
but we need to make a mental note because when the next Avengers movie comes and everything is like reset or whatever, when he comes back, he should just go fucker. Yeah.
He's
And then
shivering with anticipation. Oh, but like fucking. Speaking of Nick Fury, just when he presses that pager, which we'll get
The
to
pager,
now,
yes.
the pager. I was like half expecting Deadpool. I know it's not an MU. I know. But like half of me was just expecting
Yes.
Deadpool to rock up and be like, "I'm here, guys," and then start turning into dust bunnies, going, "What the fuck?"
all these years and you do this.
Like, God damn.
Okay, so that actually alludes to the future.
Yes.
Of after this, because
this.
not only the pager that Nick Fury drops,
really
but
important.
also the future when it comes to Disney owning Fox now.
Yes.
Because I do think that they will be introducing X-Men characters into the Marvel
Into-
universe.
Like you and I were thinking that when Nick Fury was hitting that pager, that it was going to be Xavier.
That was very ambitious of us to think it.
We were
but,
like,
Yeah.
yeah. And then
but then it was Captain Marvel, and it's like,
yeah.
fuck
For those
yeah.
who don't know, that's what that was. It was
Yes.
Captain
Yeah.
Marvel's
At
fucking logo.
at first I thought it was Nova, but Nova also has red, blue, and yellow in his outfit, and I thought, okay, well, no, they already had Nova. They had Nova because Nova is Nova Corps. The Nova Corps
Yeah.
are they
It's not
are,
Novocaine.
no, they were the army in the first Guardians of the Galaxy
yeah.
with the ships that connect.
Oh, yes,
Yeah.
I
Yes,
remember.
that was Nova.
Oh, okay.
But the Nova Corps is based on Xandar, right?
Yes,
and like
and now
half of
Xandar is-
Xandar was destroyed.
yeah, but so Captain Marvel, which opens up a whole. Now,
Yeah.
I mean, not a lot of us know a lot about Captain Marvel. I personally know absolutely nothing about Captain Marvel.
Yeah,
so,
Captain
Gugu,
Marvel.
Do you know anything?
No,
Slash
not
Miss
at all.
Marvel.
Well, introduce us, please. Tell us something.
I'm not that familiar. I'm more familiar with the recent Miss Marvel, who is a different person. But
anyway, relevant.
yeah, so there are more than one Miss Marvels. Miss Marvel was the original, and then they became Captain Marvel. That's like correct. Like, feel free to correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, because I am not that familiar with Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
Educate us, please, but in a nice
Carol,
way.
the Carol Danvers
Yeah.
Yeah.
Captain Marvel. She will be. The movie will be set. This isn't a spoiler of the movie. It's just it's going to be like
The
a
confirmed premise.
Like, yes,
Yeah.
it's confirmed that this movie will be set. It will be a prequel,
Yes.
just like Ant-Man and the Wasp will be a prequel to Infinity War.
Oh, I did
it's
not
going
know
to be
that.
set.
Okay.
It's going to be set between Civil War and Infinity War.
Okay.
I did not know that.
Yeah,
All right.
and same with Captain Marvel
Marvel.
will be set in the 90s.
Oh,
It will be
right.
set in the 90s.
Then-
That's why the
So then
pager,
yeah.
the pager
So
was a bit old. It's a
That
90s.
it explains, yeah, because
Yeah.
it means like who still uses pagers anymore?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So he kept that pager just for, oh fuck, shit's gonna hit the fan. Better take out this fucking pager and call Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
Age Captain Marvel.
Because
Might as well send her a fax.
because Captain Marvel is apparently very strong. She's also going to be introducing, if they do it, Skrulls. Skrulls are aliens in the Marvel universe. If you've ever seen any like kind of like publications with
Yeah.
Marvel where it's green aliens and they have almost the same chin as Thanos, they also have
Yeah.
like that like ball sack kind
Yeah,
of
ball sack.
the,
Multiple ball
the,
sacks.
the sectioned off chins, but they have pointy ears. I don't know if they're going to do that, but she gains her powers from a Skrull, from one of the strongest Skrulls.
Okay.
Yeah. From there, she's going to be part of the cosmic universe, if I'm not mistaken, but she is a character from Earth who gains cosmic powers, and then she becomes
Yeah.
not a higher being, but she becomes a
yeah.
very powerful character.
Yeah.
And she'll be played by
Brie Larson.
Brie
Brie Larson, which
who-
is really exciting.
who a lot of people know her from other stuff. I know her the best from Scott Pilgrim. She was
Yes!
Ramona Flowers.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, she wasn't
wasn't
Ramona
Ramona
Flowers.
Flowers.
No,
she
she
was
was-
Ex-girlfriend.
Envy Adams. That was her name.
Yes, Envy
Envy
Adams.
Adams.
Yes,
Yes.
sorry. Envy Adams.
Envy Adams.
But yeah, she looks fantastic. I do think this. We're heading into theory territory.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
instead of spoilers, we already know there's spoilers. In addition to spoilers, we'll add another thing, which is this is just theory.
Yeah.
This is all theory.
Like, comment and say
We're
I'm
speculating at this
comment
point.
and say we're dumbasses about
Like,
our theories.
whatever.
But this is
you don't know either.
This is entirely opinion. by the way,
entirely
so-
opinions.
Yeah.
So number one, they are not telling anyone what the name of the new Infinity, the new Avengers movie is going to be.
Is going to be.
Because a lot of people are going to go, they're doing that story from that comic.
Yes, they can't do that. But did you guys notice how the original Avengers are the ones left behind? I don't know if I mentioned this before. I might have.
Yeah,
I'm blonde.
Yeah.
I know that. Yeah, I realized.
Yeah, you were the one who told me. Shit, sorry. I'm stealing your thunder.
It's okay. Don't worry. No, Thor was stealing everyone's thunder.
But anyway, so it's the original Avengers left now.
Yeah.
But do you guys think that's a permanent state? All these dust bunny deaths. Do you think that
Well,
that is
no,
a
they're
permanent state?
no, they're coming back. If it's not everyone, I think what they're doing now is they're doing cleanup. In my opinion, that's not the reason why the dust bunny deaths happened.
I love how we're calling it dust
Yeah,
bunny.
I
fucking love it.
you coined the term.
Well, I love my own term.
But I think they do. Like, I personally think it's also a good opportunity for them to do cleanup. As in, like, this actor doesn't want to do it anymore. So,
Yeah.
you know, let's
But
say
if
for
they bring
example,
them back, you can't just selectively bring them back. It's all
No,
or none.
well, what they could do though is bring them all back and then have them die.
Again.
because I personally
Don't
think,
put me
and this
through
is
that again.
this is
Fucking what? No.
I think this is my theory. What I said with Gamora, not Gamora, Nebula.
Yeah.
Because
In the comics.
it
Yes.
is Nebula bringing everyone back, and she like puts the gauntlet on, but she
snaps.
becomes a villain. Because
Oh,
of it.
goddamn.
She becomes power hungry with it.
Of course she does. But
And-
she
and in the
first,
comics-
first move is
in the
to undo
comics-
everything Thanos did.
In the comics, they get Thanos to help them get the gauntlet back.
Holy shit.
Yeah, but that's only in the comics,
yeah.
and a lot of heroes die in between
Yes.
to help rectify the
original
split.
fuck up, yeah.
So my theory: Cap and Iron Man dying there. They're dying to save the rest.
I do
personally
believe
think.
Iron Man is destined to die.
You're sad about it, but
Yeah, I'm sad about it, but I feel Iron Man has been building up to die.
Yeah. I think also because it's
And
he's
Cap's a
just-
fully
yeah.
evolved Pokemon, so he's done.
Cap's a fully evolved Pokemon. I don't know. I think in my opinion, like a lot of things could happen next. I think honestly, I read somewhere today that the confirmed deaths include Bucky, and I don't think Winter Soldier will be making a comeback. Like obviously the reverse dust, and then you know he'll come back to life, but he's gonna die very quickly, like Loki did at the beginning of the movie. So we already know now, confirmed Vision isn't coming back
really,
yet.
What?
No. Just from looking at the movie.
Oh, yes, okay.
Vision is proper dead.
Oh,
Loki's proper dead.
Yeah, because I thought you said the actor said that.
No. As far as I know, most of them have signed on for like 2 or 3 more movies. But yeah, there's a lot to question. I'm very keen for Captain Marvel simply because we actually have like a lead superhero. Whereas all the female heroes up until this point have been supporting cast.
Yes.
So it'd be really nice to have one movie focused on a single female hero. Yeah.
And everyone's gonna go like, yeah, but I mean, Wonder Woman, like Captain Marvel's probably
Different
like I have
universe, motherfuckers.
No, but I'm just talking about
Yeah.
in general, like a superhero movie with a female character. Like I like this might be just me being a Marvel fanboy, but I do think that Marvel's gonna show DC how it's done.
Yeah.
Like Wonder Woman was
hell yeah.
a cool movie, but
It really
like
was, but
No, I enjoyed Wonder Woman, but you know, it's Marvel. I feel like Marvel's always kicked DC's ass in
Always.
terms of their
the
cinematic.
movies,
Yeah.
the cinematic universe. Like DC, like I'm not gonna. Fuck, this is damage control now. At this stage. But I don't think DC is shit. I am a Marvel fanboy when it comes to the movies.
Yes.
The comics are good. They are really good comics, and DC wins animated shows.
Yes.
Hands down. But okay, besides that,
But Ildi was saying something earlier about Vision.
yes,
You had a theory about Vision.
I do have a vision. I had a vision about Vision.
I was waiting for that.
T'Challa's sister. What's
Shuri.
Shuri.
Sherry? Now she's fuck off smart, and you know,
She's
puts him
smarter
down
than
as
fuck,
sassy as
yeah.
fuck. She's incredibly intelligent, and when she was busy trying to separate Vision from the
Mind
Stone, just before she didn't succeed in that because there was no time. She would have, basically, she would have, but there was no time. And you can see just before the people like storm into her lab, she quickly types some stuff. And what I'm thinking she did there is that she possibly like backed up Vision.
Yeah.
Like, no, because he doesn't have a soul like
Per se,
humans,
yeah.
per se. So, yeah, I don't think that he would necessarily 100% come back if they do that the snap and all the dust bunny deaths are revoked because he doesn't have a soul. That's why I think the soul stone is so important, because that's I don't want to sound like a total comic book noob, but I think she backed him up, and that's how we can get Vision back, maybe even before any dust bunny deaths are reversed.
Yeah, because he didn't disappear. His corpse was still there.
Yeah, they can just be like, here, go. Yeah, so that is my Vision theory. What do y'all think about that?
I mean, there's
I
a
think
lot
that's
of
pretty sound, yeah.
there's a lot of characters that do play a role in the Infinity War in the comics.
Yeah.
Like, for example, there was a character that was hinted at the end of the second Guardians of the Galaxy movie. It was Adam Warlock, and he does play a big part, especially with the Soul Stone. But
Yeah.
I do not think he's going to play any role in this. I think Captain Marvel's going to take his position on certain things, just because they confirmed that Adam Warlock is going to be a character in the third movie and the third Guardians movie and third Guardians movie.
Which
alone.
that news made me ecstatic. When someone was like, there's a third Guardians
Yes.
movie, I'm like, well, it won't just be about the fucking rabbit. Trash panda
man,
rabbit.
Trash panda
The
rabbit.
whole movie just about fucking
looking for plant friends to
Rocket.
replace his dead friend.
walking up to every tree going,
Who are you, Groot?
can you be? I am
It's like, all you need to say is, I am Groot.
just, that's all you're allowed to say.
And then there's like one fucked up like, I am Steven.
It's like, no, fuck off. No, but like the news that there's going to be another Guardians of the Galaxy.
And another Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Guardians of the Galaxy. That makes me so happy.
And I also saw earlier that there might be, it hasn't been confirmed yet, that there's going to be another Black Panther movie, and that there might be a Black Widow movie, which is all cool and all. You know, I have some misgivings about the Black Widow movie.
Oh, we were talking about that before.
Because, yeah,
it's
before-
like, it's a bit too late now.
Yeah,
know
I feel,
everything
it just
about
feels like an
her.
afterthought.
Like her character arc's kind of like there already.
We've
we all
seen
know,
her backstory.
and her
We know.
development, and
It's
her non-relationship with Bruce. So, like,
her friendship with Hawkeye. Although I want to know what the fuck happened in Budapest.
this is not.
They
gonna be-
remember Budapest differently. I want to know what happened in Budapest.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think another character that might play a bigger role is Red Skull, just because
Yes, Red Skull.
How
They-
fucking shocked were we all to see Red Skull?
they didn't bring him back for nothing. He does play a big part in one of the Secret Wars in the comics, but I'm not going to get too into that.
Yeah.
Isn't his girlfriend like, Death or something?
No, that's Thanos' girlfriend.
Oh,
Yeah,
shit, yeah.
Thanos'
Lady
girlfriend.
Death.
Lady Death. Oh, fuck, I got them confused.
But yeah, that's all.
Don't
that's
stone
actually,
me to death, internet, thank you.
That's actually something I wanted to like touch on is now because Disney owns Fox and they can technically bring in I think what they're doing, like personally, I think the whole plan is they're doing cleanup. They're taking other characters out. Some of the
Yeah.
characters will die, like for example, maybe Iron Man or maybe Captain America.
And possibly Winter
And-
Soldier and all of those people, yeah.
Winter Soldier, I'm done with you,
They,
bye.
they're doing a bit of
Bye, Bucky.
they're doing a bit of cleanup so that they can bring in the X-Men and bring in the Fantastic Four
yeah.
and bring in all the other heroes that they couldn't before.
Yeah.
Because characters like Spider-Man, he's friends with Human Torch,
That's
for
true.
example. You know,
Yeah.
they're buddies. I personally do not think they should make a Fantastic Four movie.
Not again, no. The
Not
first
again.
two was so
It's
kick.
just like, and if they do, like, introduce them like they did with Spider-Man.
Yes.
Introduce them in another movie, and then if they're a success, make another Fantastic Four movie.
Yeah.
Going like, okay, we like these versions.
Yes.
Yeah, because
Because
they
they
got
are
it wrong.
cursed.
They
They are cursed.
They really are.
Yeah.
But if we're
Although-
introducing X-Men to this, imagine the conversations between Deadpool.
And every other character.
Iron Man will in this situation not be there, but imagine though Iron Man and fucking Deadpool.
I'd love
having
to
a
see
fucking
Deadpool
convo.
versus Thor in conversation.
Oh god,
so hard.
much.
yeah, like
So hard.
Like-
It's
Guys,
cut off arm.
Deadpool and Drax.
oh, yeah.
Deadpool and Drax.
but yeah, like introducing these characters and I'm not even saying Deadpool, like Deadpool great, awesome,
Yes.
like that'd be awesome, but introducing characters like, Professor Xavier, mutants
Mutants in
like
general,
Yeah.
in
just
the
like,
Marvel
fucking, I love
Cinematic
mutants.
Universe, they are not allowed to say mutant. Mutant
Yeah.
is a term that's
Coined
that's
by the
copy
X-Men franchise.
that they don't have the rights to say mutant in them. That's why Wanda, Scarlet Witch, she's a mutant.
Yeah.
But they're not allowed to say she is. Wanda and Quicksilver are actually
Or
Magneto's,
Magneto's
kids.
kids, yeah.
I know
In the
Quicksilver
comics.
is Magneto's kids because of that other X-Men movie, which was weird.
Yes.
But with
Yes.
Evan Peters, who's also
Yes, and Scarlet Witch is also in that movie. She's a little kid in Days of Future Past. Like he watches,
to rewatch
he
this.
watches,
Yeah.
like Quicksilver watches TV with his
Yeah.
little sister, and that little sister is
Scarlet Witch.
my god.
that's Scarlet Witch.
Okay.
But they're not related to the Avengers.
At all,
Yeah,
Scarlet
because
Witch and-
we can't do that because like
Because they're
Quicksilver
Russian.
is- and also Quicksilver is dead here,
Yeah.
where he's
Yes.
still alive there, and also Evan Peters there.
Yeah.
So yes,
And he's
Yeah.
not Kick-Ass in the other one.
yeah, it's like Kick-Ass versus the dude from American Horror Story.
Yeah. But yeah, so there's lots of like things.
There's a lot they
personally,
can do with it
Yes.
as well.
Okay,
yeah,
moving on.
Yeah,
So-
moving on. Like the future of
It's so-
comic book movies.
There's so much that they can do with it, honestly.
Yes.
And all I'm hoping is that they actually play their cards right. They've been doing well so far with 19 movies.
Yes.
Now is not the time to drop the ball.
And like
No.
I'd say like 10, 12 movies in, it got a bit stale for some people.
Yeah.
People went like, I'm a bit Marveled out. After Age of
now.
Ultron, I don't really like the Marvel movies anymore that much.
Age of Ultron was a bit like me.
But then they started making like
New characters.
more drastic decisions,
Yeah.
more
Yeah.
like
Risky
more
business.
riskier decisions. You know,
really
like
risky.
it's a no-brainer now. But
Mm.
some people still had their misgivings about putting Black Panther in his own movie.
Yeah.
You
Mm.
know, some people still were like, "Is he an interesting character to carry his own movie?" Because he was such a hard ass in Civil War.
Yeah.
And it's like now you watch it. No, he's great as a hard ass because
Yeah.
he's a political character.
No, he is.
The movie's politics is way more interesting
Than the actual powers
than
and everything
just
like
having an action movie.
Yeah.
That is what made that movie fantastic.
But I think also the reason why people had their misgivings about making a solo Black Panther film is all the politics that would be surrounding the
Yes.
movie
Oh,
itself,
yes.
not just the actual film.
Yeah.
And there was
And
politics behind it, but it
colonial-
kind of blew
No,
over.
they were. But
Yeah.
Or
also,
the white guy being
let's
called
think about the
colonial.
fact that what back in the late 90s, just after Blade, Wesley Snipes was looking into making a Black Panther movie with him starring as Black Panther.
That would have
but-
been weird if he was two superheroes, though.
You know, but or whether it was him starring as Black Panther or him producing it, but he wanted to be involved with the Black Panther story,
Yes.
simply because Black Panther is such a pivotal character in the Avengers and the MCU as well. And I think for
Yeah,
the
you can't,
timing
yeah.
as well, like it works perfectly now, but had it been done back then when superhero movies weren't really a thing.
Yeah, it wasn't the mainstream thing.
No.
And I personally think that superhero movies and a lot of film critics are like, it's kind of the death of cinema now, but they're some of the biggest genres.
No, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
All the
And
money.
they're not just like, and a lot of people just label them as like popcorn movies.
No.
They're great popcorn movies, but they're also
Yeah.
just great movies.
One of
No,
my
no,
favorite
absolutely.
quotes of all time, and I'm an avid book reader, but my favorite quotes of all time is from Age of fucking Ultron. A thing is not beautiful because it lasts.
Oh,
Yeah.
Like, I quote that on a daily fucking basis, and it's from a not even my favorite fucking Marvel movie.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
man.
like the fact that they can take so many risks, and I think the first time Marvel went like, okay, but let's take a risk,
Let's be risque.
Yeah.
was Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yes.
Because
it was so
almost
different.
no one knew about Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
Like, I knew about Guardians just because of the video game Marvel vs. Capcom, because they put Rocket in the game. Like, he was a playable character. And then when this is just my experience, like, when I heard, oh, they're making a Guardians movie, and then going in, oh, I know who Rocket is.
Yeah.
But I don't know who, Star-Lord, okay. And then I found out who the characters are, and then I watched the trailer, and then the trailer looked promising. I thought that movie is going to be the reason Marvel starts, like,
Yeah, a
start
lot
plummeting.
of people thought that
Yeah.
actually.
I knew
They
so
didn't have a
little
lot
of
of
that.
faith
I had-
in Guardians.
Very low expectations walking into the movie, and that is my
So
standard
thrilled.
now. That is my standard. I walked into Infinity War
Yeah, you
thinking
were
this
like,
was gonna be
It was gonna be like a bomb. or
same
something.
exactly the same with Black Panther. I heard all the good reviews, and then I
all the
went
bad ones.
and I told Ildi this because we watched it together, and I said, no, I don't think I'm gonna like this movie. I think it's gonna be overrated for me now.
Yeah.
So I have low expectations of this movie.
And then it
Walked out. Wow, a movie that's on par with the first Iron Man.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
No, for definite.
I don't know. The sky's the limit at this stage. I'm happy that
Marvel,
Disney.
carry on making really great movies.
Thank you,
please.
Marvel. We love you, Marvel.
Thank you, Marvel. We love you.
Thank you, Disney, for being such a gigantic conglomerate. Fucking corporate monster. The real Thanos.
The real Thanos.
Thanos, yo.
I'm gonna own all these properties with a snap of my fingers.
You do that way too well.
Way too well.
I think we've
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
exhausted this for now.
our hands are pruny because we were in this Marvel pool for too long. We need to get out.
I look like Stan Lee. I'm so pruned.
We need to get out.
And we also ran out of wine.
Yes.
Ages ago. And on the screen now, Gugu stuff has been on there for most of the time, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
But now here's our social media handles.
Yes.
All of ours, Jan Hendricks.
Also, if you
mine,
miss it
and all
here,
that.
it's all at the bottom in the description.
Yes, please go to the description. Like us, share us. Please follow this page. Tell all your friends about us so that we have more than just my dad as a fan. Although, hi dad!
Well, I'm a fan of the page too, so there's 2 followers.
Yes, queen. Yes, queen.
And also follow me on Instagram and Twitter. Sometimes I post really fun things,
She does.
and sometimes I post really fun things from other people.
I just mostly post photos of my dog, but she's adorable.
Yes, she is.
Yes,
she really,
yes.
really is.
Anywho, thank y'all for
right.
subscribing, for listening, for dealing with us for this very long audio. It's been great. You're all great.
And we are starting to work on newer things, and we will be bringing back the show more regularly.
Yes, Swamp Donkey 2.0. Not officially.
Swamp Donkey
Yeah.
Radio. I don't know how it goes, but this is a
Swamp
good
Donkey.
Gugu
Swamp Donkey yo, Swamp Donkey yo, Swamp Donkey yo, remix, Swamp Donkey yo, ooh,
Radio.
Swamp Donkey
Radio.
yo, Swamp Donkey Radio, Swamp Donkey. Okay, I'm gonna stop rapping.
Okay,
now
let's
'cause I
stop
suck.
this now.
Bye.
Bye. Also,
Bye.
get used to this voice. You'll hear a lot more from me and from you and then. We just killed like 3 times the amount of people we were supposed to.
Was that Thanos or the Nintendo Switch?